Today, episode 10 of Alchemy of Souls Season 2 was presented. Although this day was long awaited, it also means the end of the story of this amazing drama. Today, I will tell you some important details about this episode, and then I will be presenting more videos explaining more details. But for now, let's enjoy the details of the last episode. That's why today I'm going to talk to you. Alchemy of Souls Season 2 ending explained. But first, remember to subscribe to this channel so you can see more interesting details of this series. Well, in this episode we saw how Master Li recommended Buyan, who is Naxu, to marry Jangwook. Master Li said, "But it is also to inform the skies. We have decided to be together, no one can set us apart." That is what the message is. At the ceremony, she decided to call herself by the name her parents decided on, Cho Yang. Master Li commented, "Your name means light, and your name means shadow. It may be that you two were fated to meet from the start. You have informed the skies through this ceremony, so I wish you a long life together." Then Jangwook fulfilled the promise to take Cho Yang to the top of the tree. Master Li had a very interesting conversation with Hoyan, and according to this conversation, we can confirm that the one we knew as Buyan is actually Solran, since she reincarnated in Buyan's body. This was one of the theories I had explained in one of the channel's previous videos. As reported, Solran and Soyoung met in Jinyuan. They said that someone had opened the door to that place and their souls remained in Jinyuan along with the ice stone. But of course, as for reborn, there is no mention of Soyoung, only Solran. So it seems that Soyoung was not reborn, but Solran was reborn in Buyan's body. Solran may have practiced what Master Li did when he entered the body of a dead child. But in this case, Solran entered Buyan's body because she needed to take care of the ice stone, because she knew that in the future she would need it because chaos would arise. There is another detail that confirms that Solran reborn in Buyan's body. Buyan appears to Jangwook and tells him what the Firebird will do and indicates that she foresaw this happening a long time ago. Then Jangwook asks her who she is and if she can see the future and if she is a priestess. Buyan smiles and says, "I could not leave, for I was scared that the world would fall into ruin. But I only ended up contributing to the summoning of the Firebird and making this world burn. I'm not capable of stopping what will happen. It can only be stopped by the man who was born against the laws of nature under the King's Star. I have been hiding under the shadow that was created by your light. Now I plan to cast that shadow aside and step out into the world." She let him know that she could not leave for fear that the world would be ruined. Clearly it is Solran who is speaking, since she is the only one who lived through the chaos 200 years ago. But she also acknowledges that she contributed a little to the chaos they are living through. Hence she just wants to help eliminate the Firebird and then leave. Jangwook asks her, "Does that mean you're Buyan?" She smiles and says, "Yes, that's right. That's the name I was given when I was reborn. Buyan attracted your shadow, used it, and will make it disappear." So clearly she is saying that Buyan was the name she was given when she was reborn. Another important point is when he says, "Buyan attracted your shadow, used it, and will make it disappear." These words may mean that this was the purpose for which Solran used Naxu's body, thus getting closer to Jangwook because she knew he was the only one who could save the world from the Firebird. Of course, Jangwook fell in love with Naxu. Solran used her powers so that they could get closer and establish a relationship. This explains why Solran appreciated Jangwook's soul shift and saved him. She knew that he was the only one who could save the world and could not let him die. Also, the shadow means that she is like an obstacle between him and Naxu. That's why she has to leave for them to be happy. At one point we thought she might be evil when she thanked Naxu for taking care of her body and told her that she has to leave the body soon. With this we thought that she only used Naxu for her own good. We learned that this was not the case, that she did it so she could use her divine powers and be able to help Jangwook save the world. When Buyan announced that Jangwook had killed the firebird, she collapsed on the floor. Then Buyan as a child awakens Cho Young's soul and says, "To the light that has saved the world, I will now return your shadow." A light that embraces a shadow will never be lost in darkness. This explains why the second season is called Light and Shadow, and the meaning of Cho Young and Jangwook's names. Solran is telling him that Cho Young is the light that helps save the world and thus will allow her to come back to life together with her shadow, which is Jangwook. And she implies that as long as she is with him she will be safe, thus symbolizing the philosophy of yin and yang, which indicates that opposite things attract and complement each other. For that reason, Jangwook represents the ice stone, the cold, and she represents the firebird, the heat, implying that both are very different but are necessary for the survival of humanity, presenting themselves as the heroes of the story. We saw in the final minutes that Ho Young gives a pottery to Master Li containing Guizhou and tells him to tell them to capture the mouse and put it there. She was referring to Cho Yang and Jangwook. According to the conversion they had, we see how Ho Young changed and doesn't hold a grudge against Cho Yang, as she acknowledges that she was able to live because of her and that if Solran chose Cho Yang to protect the body that was Buyan's, well, he'd rather believe that her daughter lives because of her. In the ending, we see that Jangwook and Cho Yang are in the countryside as a cute married couple. And they stayed there in order to catch the different relics that had fled from Jinyuan. I think besides Solran, Master Li was key to them ending up together because he did a ceremony to make a kind of pact with the heavens so that they could never be separated. This ceremony was one of the things that allowed Jangwook and Cho Yang to stay together. The ending shows how they go to face a tiger-shaped relic and both of them are in a fighting position. The most exciting thing was to see Cho Yang's eyes turn blue, confirming that the person in that body is her and not Solran, since Solran decided to leave this world forever. The ending was truly epic and incredibly exciting. Many fans thought this ending was going to be tragic, but thanks to the Hong sisters, writers of this amazing drama, we got a beautiful and very happy ending. Let me know what you liked the most about this episode. Tell me if you liked the ending of Alchemy of Souls Season 2. Leave your opinion in the comments box so we can read them. Remember, we will be uploading more videos of curiosities and theories of this incredible series.